Hello and thanks for joining us. Today we have a package came in the mail from Locked Up RC. Locked Up RC makes some awesome parts. We have their lockers in our project Cheapbolt, and these little goodies right here are going to go on that same truck as well. Let's take a look and see what's in the box. Bubble wrap. Okay, now we got that out of the way. Let's cut the tape. Seems here we have a set of chubs and some knuckles. Let's take a look at these knuckles first. These are Locked Up RC's SCX10 High Steer Zero Ackerman knuckles. Get them out of this package here and get a better look at them. Cut this bag too. This is a very nicely machined piece right here, like all things from Locked Up are. This right here has some benefits over your stock knuckles, other than first of all, it is aluminum. The steering arm is machined really high here, so this way it gets your tie rod up high and out of the way, so that way you're not dragging it up on rocks and such like that. And whenever you're steering, this way your tie rod's not hitting your pumpkin on your axle. It's up high enough that it clears that pumpkin and gives you more steering. This way your steering is only limited by your CVDs or your axle shafts. Now in our project deadbolt that these are going in, we still have the stock axle shafts. That's because at the time we hadn't decided on what kind of CVDs we're going to be running. Another good thing about these right here is these work with the Locked Up RC aluminum C-hubs as well as most others. So you don't have to buy their hubs to be able to run these knuckles. Let's take a look at the other package here. This package right here contains Locked Up RC's clockable C-hubs. Get one out of the package here. There you go. Just like Locked Up RC's things, this one is machined very well. It's a beautiful piece of work. The coating is excellent on it. Now the advantage of these right here is that they allow for about 12.5 degrees of caster. That way it helps with your drive shaft angles and also helps self-centering. And they say it provides just a touch of camber while cornering. Included in the package for these hubs are some grub screws here to mount them. This uses grub screws to mount them instead of traditional screws. Makes for a cleaner mount, that we don't have to worry about the heads getting scuffed up on them too bad on the rocks. And they thread into the C-hubs as well to help give them bite. Okay, now our plan is to put these on our Project Cheapbolt. I know what you're thinking if you've been following along on our Project Cheapbolt is that you already have chubs and hubs on it. That's true, we do. We have the GPM chubs and the RPM knuckles. They've been working out great. Nothing wrong with those. We're just going to go ahead and put these on because our Cheapbolts kind of became our comp truck now, our more competition-oriented truck. So it'll get these pieces from Locked Up on them. The upside is between these knuckles right here versus the RPM knuckles is we'll get a lot more steering with these ones. So that's always a good thing. The RPM ones do max out and hit the axle case. But at that time it hits the axle case, you're maxing out the stock axle shafts anyway, so it was okay. We will be going CVDs here in the next couple weeks with that truck, so definitely time to go ahead and get more steering out of it. The GPM chubs as well have been just rock solid, but we're going to go with the Locked Up ones because A, they will match our knuckles, and B, I like the look of them, and they're very well made, and I know they'll be very resilient, and I like the fact they're clockable. But don't worry. The parts off Project Cheapbolt, the RPM knuckles and GPM C-hubs, will find their way on our other deadbolt we have, our mostly stock one. Right now it still has all stock steering components in the front. We've just been kind of waiting on it and just using it just as a stock test bed more than anything else. But no need letting the parts sit around and go to waste. We'll throw them on it, make the front end just a little more beefy. And so now with little bit of editing magic here. We'll fade away for a couple seconds, and whenever we come back, these parts should be on our deadbolt. I'm pretty sure these are going to fit flawlessly. Everything Locked Up makes is top quality. Fit and finish is always top notch, and I'm sure I'm not going to be disappointed here. So stay tuned as we get these pieces put on. There is one problem that did arise though. The high clearance knuckle here moves the arm up higher, and on my setup it allows it to rub the tire. If I was running a 2.2 it wouldn't be a problem, or wider offset hubs, so not a big deal. Was kind of expected, but I just want to show you guys here. If you're not running this really insanely wide back spacing on your tires and running 1.9s, you could end up having the knuckles rub. So I'm going to pop this back off. I'm going to leave the chub on, but I'm going to swap the RPM arm back on here for now. We now have the Locked Up RC clockable C-hubs on our truck. They fit very well. There is a little nub on the axle, a little plastic nub that sticks out where the screw goes in. I had to trim those down on both sides of the axle to make it fit, but that's okay, no big deal there. They hold very well. I do like the idea they are adjustable. I was kind of sad I couldn't use the knuckles though, the Locked Up RC knuckles, but it's okay. They just wouldn't fit with my back spacing on my wheels. I can go with larger, wider hubs, offset hubs, or hexes, or maybe even bigger tires. I don't plan on going no bigger rims and tires on this truck, but maybe on another truck. I just have to wait and see. But these RPM knuckles fit the Locked Up RC C-hubs very, very good. Nice and snug. Not the least bit disappointed in those. I must say, overall, I am very, very happy with the whole project. Like I said, it was kind of disappointing running that problem on the knuckles, but that's common. I kind of expected it going in. I was hopeful it wouldn't happen, but it did, and that's okay. So there you have it. If you're looking for a really nice C-hub, check out Locked Up RC. If you're looking for nice knuckles, check them out as well. I plan on hopefully putting a set of their CVDs inside this axle soon. We already have their F1 spools in the middle of it. Everything they make is top-notch quality, so check them out. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please post them below. Feel free to like this video. Also subscribe so you don't miss any future updates or reviews. And happy RCing!